Well, I am super late on this one, so let's dive into it and talk about Dragon Ball Super Chapter 60. Goku wasted no time this chapter and went full power with Ultra Instinct right from the start. I honestly really like Toyotaro's paneling on some of these pages. I overall think Toriyama is the better artist, but Toyotaro makes some great action shots that are really fresh and new to Dragon Ball. We get a lot of pages of just Goku and Moro fighting and not a lot of dialogue, but we can see that they are both pretty evenly matched. That's until we see a panel with Whis mentioning that Goku will not be able to keep up with Moro in that form and he simply can't win. We can see Goku is now losing ground and becoming too exhausted to keep up. This is reminding me of the fight with Cell, and despite Goku showing an impressive start, in the end, his stamina just won't be able to keep up with Moro for much longer. We move over to Vegeta and his training on Yadrat. We get word that he finally mastered the technique he needed and was ready to head back to Earth. He ran into an issue though when Paibara told Vegeta he cannot instant transmission back to Earth because Yadratians are forbidden from using the technique to travel off their planet. Though they do have one exception where they can only teleport to a location of someone they have met before. So even though they have met Goku, they simply can't read a spirit signature right now. And that's simply because he's in Ultra Instinct form, which is God Ki, and they can't sense God Ki. So what does Vegeta do? Well, he simply tells Paibara to teach him instant teleportation so he can do it himself. Vegeta is determined he will master it faster than anyone before him, as he kinda has no choice at this point. We are taken back to Goku, and he's just getting manhandled by Moro at this point. Even in Ultra Instinct Omen, he simply is just getting weaker and weaker and has reached his limit. Goku is in survival mode now and is gearing up for one last big push. He goes back to his old school thinking and is raising his power level, but Miras mentions this just simply won't work. Miras is disappointed in himself as he thought he taught Goku enough to beat Moro, but Whis is telling Miras that the birth and death of planets is simply a part of the great and long cycle of the universe. Excessive meddling on the part of angels would affect the natural flow of these matters, which is not necessarily a good thing. He also mentions only Lord Beerus and the Lord of Lords can decide such things. Goku lost Ultra Instinct and Moro is going to absorb Goku's energy, but before that happens, 17 and 18 intervene to try and help Goku, as we know Moro can absorb them, and this buys Vegeta some more time while he continues to try and master instant transmission. Vegeta's starting to make some headway, but still isn't ready to perform the technique. Paibara notices he can sense Goku's spirit again, and Vegeta mentions Goku must have lost. So Paibara was going to break his own rule to help Earth, but Vegeta tells him it's not necessary because he will do it himself. He believes he can now pull off instant transmission.
I'll do it myself.
During this entire moment, you can really sense a change in Vegeta. He is still tough, but he has a softness about himself and is more appreciative of the people who have helped him. He even tells Paibara, thank you. I think this is another really big growing moment for Vegeta. He normally just demands stuff from people, but he is now a lot more polite and showing of gratitude. Paibara congratulates Vegeta on enduring their brutal training as Vegeta uses instant transmission for the first time, and Paibara confirms that Vegeta successfully landed on Earth. He's still amazed at how fast Vegeta learned and mastered these techniques, and his achievements are the product of all his training, one born of hard work. We go back to 17 and 18 holding Moro off, but not making a lot of progress while Gohan and Piccolo sit on the sidelines helpless, as if they join the fight, Moro will just simply absorb their power. This again is one thing that I hate about Dragon Ball, that they still haven't fixed. Just having so many characters sidelined while watching helplessly. This could have been handled so much better. Just have the other Z fighters fighting those opponents that Goku took out so fast. You can have Krillin and Master Roshi fighting that fused girl. You can have Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu could have been fighting that other soldier that they were fighting, and you could have just simply had Gohan, 17, 18, and Piccolo fighting Seiga and Bo. Nonetheless, Goku's down for the count, and who instant transmissions right in front of Goku? That's right, Vegeta. Now, Goku's surprised to see Vegeta using the technique, but mentions he won't be using it again, and even says he probably wouldn't be able to pull it off. What? Okay, so Vegeta just learns this insanely useful technique, learns how to use it to travel across galaxies, and doesn't die in the process because he could have just been floating somewhere in the middle of space. And he won't use it again. I just don't understand why go through all the trouble to have him learn it, then to have him throw it away instantly. At that point, you should have just had Paibara teleport Vegeta to Earth. It just feels like wasted storytelling. Like, why build up something that's just gonna immediately be thrown away? It just feels like they wrote themselves into a corner and didn't really know what to do here. I'm really hoping this is just Vegeta being cocky, and in the future, we will see him start utilizing the technique more often. Does Vegeta really want to rely on Goku teleporting him everywhere? That's just not a Vegeta thing to do. Nonetheless, we now have Vegeta powering up and going to take Moro on by himself, and he seems really prepared for this. I'm really excited to dive into chapter 61 now and see exactly what it is that Vegeta learned that is going to allow him to beat Moro. Is it some kind of absorbing technique or maybe manipulation? I honestly have no idea what it is at this point, but I don't think it's simply a power-up and more so an ability that is going to maybe screw Moro completely over. So that's it for this one. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, and if you want to help me out, consider sharing my videos. What technique do you guys think Vegeta learned to defeat Moro? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video.